Welcome to Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnoughts. Now, I never covered this before, but I have been playing it quite a bit for a few months now. Basically, in its current stage, it is a warship design and battle simulator, although later on in development it will have a full campaign mode where you can play as either the British, French, German, Russian, Italian, all these others, and of course the United States, going all the way back to 1890 and all the way forward. So, speaking of going forward, or back actually, I'm going to face, I don't want the video to be too long, so I am going to do a bit of a compromise for the first video. I may do more of this, don't know, but anyway. It's still in alpha, so if you do see any bugs, as you can see, it's probably alpha down there. If you do see any bugs, well, it's alpha. It's normally pretty stable. So let's begin this. So I'm, of course, being the British. The N3 class is, if you know history, it'll be HMS Nelson and Rodney. I normally put things like this. The range, well, speed is, of course, how fast you're going. Range is going to affect campaign, how often you need to resupply, how much of a detriment your ship is on your supply lines, etc. But you can do that and save yourself some tonnage. However, I'm sort of practicing for the campaign, so I'm putting it up to long range. Bulkheads, as it says there, reduces flooding, reduces the chance of flash fires. Yeah, you can have sort of flash fires and magazines and explosions on this where all your turrets pop off and your ship just goes bang. That's the thing. So you've got all the way from basic steam engines to diesels and turbines and all the rest of that jazz, and anti-torpedo protections and triple hulls. It's fun. Anyway, so G-type turbines, oil, forced boilers. Technically, balanced would be, easier on the weight, but forced boilants. Here is engine efficiency. Basically, when you stick a funnel on this thing, engine efficiency will determine your speed, and things along those lines. So, well, not your speed, how quickly you can accelerate, decelerate, things like that. Turbo electric drives, speed penalty from damage, acceleration, all of that good stuff. Shafts, acceleration, turn rate. Prop, obviously, can go all the way to iron plate. In the original, sort of, when this game was first, alpha was first out, you could go sort of 1940s tech and stick iron plates on it. But yeah, they kind of stopped that now. Otherwise, you would end up with sort of 1940s battleships with 18-inch guns using gunpowder. If you know your history, that's not going to happen. Anyway, barbettes reduce the chance of flash fire, explosions, etc. Torpedo protection, floatability. Floatability is essentially how good your ship is at floating. It's kind of in the name. Yes, so reinforced bulkheads, Citadel 5s, super heavy shells. You can get high TNT, which does all this lovely stuff and reduces, but I prefer the shell penetration, even at the cost of damage. Still prefer the shell penetration. You can get your turrets, 35% bonus speed, but it makes your turrets too heavy, so I always abandon that. And plus there's additional flash fire and all the rest of that. Reload time, 17%, but yeah. Choose one of these if you can. Torpedoes, I like torpedoes. And 24-inch torpedoes, because, torpedoes are a thing. Hydroacoustic search, detecting enemy torpedoes. Radio direction finding, this is only a single ship, it's not going to be in the fleet. Radar, of course, long range accuracy is loved. Now this is a new tower that they've put in the last patch. I haven't really played about with it, but I'm not 1.1% base accuracy, long range accuracy. Yeah, I'll go with the... Obviously, you don't want to have too much in the way of... I mean, this is 7,000 tons, so your weight is a cap. I don't want to have... Obviously, it gives you big bonuses, but it's a bonus worth of weight. Maybe, maybe not. So, yeah, with that, probably boost you up here, actually. Really depends on what you want the ship to do and what you're prepared to sacrifice. Now, guns. Guns are interesting. With this, apparently I can get up to 18-inch quadruple cannons. I'm not going to do that. I will decide what I'm actually going to do. 14 inches, because I have the additional penetration from tube powder. Basically these can penetrate really well. 28 inches of armor. Obviously, this armor gives you an armor bonus of 100%. So it says 11 there. That's not true because I've got 100% bonus. So it's actually 22 inches. And if we go ship details or hull resistance as well, that ups your armor. So I've got 100 and something percent. Armor quality 118%. So whatever this number is here, or whatever these numbers are, add 118%, you get the true value of your armor. Main guns, center light guns, 14 inches because you know I'm British. And I prefer my ships to be armoured over... Oh, let's see if I can put this back. Didn't mean to put it... Come on. And bring you a little bit forward. Right, so this... If you turn them this way, by the way, it means they can shoot in front. And they don't have to manoeuvre as much to turn around. Or weight. The weight determines accuracy. So if you've got an aft weight or too much in the way of fore weight, it will affect your accuracy. But if you've got your guns too close together, they will interfere with each other and you won't be able to turn. Well, the turrets won't be able to turn. Anyway, let's have torpedoes, because I'm addicted to torpedoes. And the rest in armour. Now let's go with 8 inches, 4 inches, 10, and 16. Now I will probably have to get rid of one of these turrets, or at least downgrade one of these turrets to get that. So, actually I need to put that up a bit. 16 inches of armour isn't a lot for a turret, so put that down. Main gun centerline, 14s, and... duels? Yeah, let's have some duel. Come on. I've never had a lagging problem. I think it's because I'm recording. Yeah, Mum. I'm moving my mouse. No, I want it there, please. Ah, I didn't realise it would lag this much now that I'm recording it. But, you know, it's alpha, so... Yeah, I'm not trying to place... Come on. Come on, game. Please cooperate. So it stuck it there anyway. No, there's what I want. Stick it there. Thank you. Right. Get rid of a little bit of that, actually. Put a little bit onto there. Turret top. A little bit of that. Put some of that down to have some extra. And conning tower. Conning tower is basically all the superstructure. If you lose these, then, you know, like the bonus for accuracy and everything goes away, which you don't want. Probably could have some secondary guns, but, you know, I'm not going to on this occasion. 10 inches is a bit on the low side for 1940s, but I'm going up against 1930s tech, so it should be okay. And actually the fort weight's a bit... I could do something about that fort weight, so it will. Yeah, stick that there. Anyway, let's begin. Oh, and it just give you random bits of history on there, so, you know, history is love. And unfortunately it's done the annoying thing where it's turned me the other way round. Let's get this one. That's a reverse button I've just added. This mark here is the optimal speed for your ships to gain the optimum amount of accuracy, so normally bring it to about there. 15-inch guns they have. Ricocheted off my belt armour. Let's see these. So, this is probably the battle cruiser. They've done the same as me. They've got almost no secondary guns. Which is fine. This will be the battleship. Oh, actually, these are pretty close. I'm not 100% sure which is the battleship and which is the battlecruiser. Still, someone's got 8-inch guns and they are throwing them my way. Oof. Yeah, I normally armour my ships a bit better than this. Still. And yes, armour angling does have an effect. You saw earlier on here it said ricochet. So yeah, actually angling your armour can have an effect. That's partial penetration, so it kind of affected my ship, but not really. Oh, look at this spread of torpedoes that are going to entirely miss. Yeah, that's actually quite bad. Not to worry. All of these shells through. The look. Not great, actually, not that. Still, 19% accuracy is certainly not bad. Yeah, I think this is probably the battleship. I don't want to go too straight. Ooh, got first penetration. That did more damage than I would have actually expected. "15-inch, ricochet, 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 ricochet." This is why you angle your ship. Just like in World of Warships, armour angling on an actual ship does have some effect. They're always going to be, when a captain took over a new ship, they would be aware, they would be given the ship's plans and they'd be aware of what was the optimal angle for that ship to actually engage at. Because just like on a tank, if you take a flat piece of metal and you basically turn it at like a 45-degree angle, it almost doubles the thickness, or I think it's like 50% or double or something like that. Same with a battleship. Something that will penetrate can ricochet, and there's obviously angles of armour, type of shell that is being used, etc, etc. Right, this BB. So our gunners have identified that this is a warship. Yeah, it's been shooting at us, mates. This is a battleship, or they believe it is a battleship. I think this will be the battlecruiser. I think, maybe. My accuracy's actually gone down by quite a bit. I'm kind of wondering why they're running away. Slightly concerning that they're running away. Yeah, my accuracy is quite low because they're getting too far away. So, turn around! Yeah, they're trying to maintain distance, and I'm not gonna have that. Ooh, Stop. Yeah, this is called a flash fire, guys. Yeah, this is how... yeah, this is how several ships at Jutland went up. Flash fires. They're a thing. They have killed actual warships throughout history. All the way from when you first started using gunpowder. Now... Oof. I'm getting a bit of stickiness now. It must be because I'm recording. Anyway. Yeah, we killed it without even identifying it, so, yeah. Ooh, well, this isn't good. You do have various modules, engines, rudder. In this case, my rudder's been damaged, so... I'm actually going to try and sort of maintain parallel course. A little bit, maybe. Obviously my rudder's been damaged, so the ship's not going to respond properly. But yeah, as you can see, all the red is a damaged structure, or the flashing is fire. That black bit is showing that that turret's destroyed. Obviously, there is no longer a turret on that bit because, you know, exploded. So that's what that is. Yeah. Look at the detail on these models, though. They haven't put in an after-action screen, so we won't be able to see just how much damage we took altogether. I know I've done ammo detonation, I've done 2,000 damage, gel penetration, I've had 9. But yeah, if you get it at the right angle, you can actually go underwater with this. Anyway, back to the actual battle itself. Yeah, that was definitely the battle cruiser. Now it's not got question mark in C, BC. So it had 5-inch gun, 3-inch guns everywhere, and 15-inch guns. And only 8 inches of armour, but it did 36 knots, so... I can't help it. The sinking animations in this are just... They're just so good. I mean, look at, like, oil slicks. I'm about to go underwater and actually be able to see from the underwater view. Yeah, there we go. Catch a wave. Don't think you're supposed to be able to do this. I think it's just, you know... obviously it's alpha, so the fires are supposed to be here, but they're stuck in the water, so that's fine. Anyway, let's get back to the battle. The yellow is damaged sections. Obviously, the blue's water, so float is 66%, so this is taking on water, it's sinking. The pumps are trying to pump the water out, etc. They're both on 91% hull, but of course, I'm not sinking. What's your speed? Ohio! Current speed 23 knots. Yeah, 12 15-inch guns, 1 8-inch gun, a couple of 7s, plenty of 2s. Oh, it's got 4.5 torps. Not that it'll do it any good though. My torpedoes have launched. And where your armour is and how the shells actually impact the ship there is actually an effect there. So they'll be able to see just what part damages, etc, etc. That was close. Where my shell's going to land. Almost on it, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's not so great. I don't like this game because, like, unlike things like Pacific Storm, or there's no sort of like US bias, as it were. Oh, that was incredibly close. And yeah, because in things like Pacific Storm, you would play the American ships and you basically always win. If you play the Japanese ships, they just lost turrets, they just sunk, they exploded. Yeah, it doesn't happen in this game, it's fair. It's based on the actual design of the ship, not, you know, yay, America. None of that. Right, so anyway, you can see this section, this little widget here shows you exactly what the enemy ship has. So, engine 2, G turbines, there's a good, 4 spoilers, same as me, oil, same as me. Orcs 2, that is why it hasn't put the water out, because its auxiliary motors aren't strong enough to do it. Krupp armor, yeah, that's fine. Only Barbette 3, that puts these guns at risk of explosion. Citadel 5, yeah, Citadel 4 is fine. Super heavy shells, same as me. Increased ammo gives it increased chance of exploding, but obviously more shots. It's that was a ricochet. It's been firing all this time and it's got 1,400 compared to my 1,000, so I would run out of ammunition first. High TNT, that's the strongest you can get. Again, depends on your guns as to whether you want to do that. Electrical turrets, yeah. 22-inch torpedoes, that's great. Electric torpedo propulsion, that's fine. Rangefinder F, that's the strongest you can get. Sonar 2, that's almost the same as me. Gen 1 radar, yeah, this is actually a ship that I would quite comfortably take into a battle. As you can see now, the ship's started to list, hit the different part of the armour. So it's, you know, now it's got problems. I will actually increase my speed a little bit because it's starting to pull away, I think. This will obviously reduce my accuracy, but it means I can get closer. And since it's taken on so much water, it's going to be slower to accelerate. 7-inch, hit me, no damage. I am on fire though. Yeah, it's not increasing speed at all. In fact, it's losing speed. So yeah. Ooh, 100. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I took a major hit there. Obviously, if you have fire around your turret, there is a chance it can explode. Just like the battlecruisers did, so gotta be a bit cautious there. Ooh. Okay, that was nasty. Okay, that was really quite nasty. Fire, flooding. Rudder damage, engine damage, it's going to decrease speed quickly. And it's only got Barbettes 3, so there is a risk that its rear turret could explode. I say that and then it puts the fire out, but you know what I mean. Let's see their shells land. Come on, miss please. Ricochet, that's fine. And you can see obviously what I put on my ship, Generation 2 radar. We've got the same rangefinders. Rangefinders, obviously they help with accuracy, radar helps with accuracy. So yeah. It's 24 knots. Ooh, this might be bad. No, ricochet. Okay, I got lucky there. I thought that was going to hit the superstructure. Ooh. Hit our main gun. Only a 7-inch, that's why you that's why my turrets are, you know, 16 inches of armour. Obviously times by 118%, so more than 16 inches. Ooh, and it's starting to sink now. Air armour, 12-inch belt extended. Belt is this bit here, belt extended is going forward and aft. Same with the deck. Main deck plate extended. Conning tower, obviously. This bit, turrets, this bit, secondary turrets. These. Although, as you can see, these haven't even fired anything yet. Ooh. Okay, this is a bit of a problem for my ship. I'm actually going to, it's because the angle's bad, I'm actually going to turn a little bit and increase speed again. Decrease accuracy, but I need to actually bring myself, rather than being on this parallel course, I need to bring myself more like this, so the shells can bounce a bit better. And it'll probably bring my aft turrets into action. Let's see, hopefully it'll miss. No damage at all. I think I missed. I missed as well. And he's down to 19 knots because he's taken on so much water. Yep, penetration. Ooh, my torpedoes. I forgot about those. Yeah, this is oops. This is why you have you know, torpedoes. Torpedoes. Ooh, this might actually kill it. Come on. There's a good torpedo. Yeah, 200 damage. Torpedo engine flooding. Although it did hit a midship, so it might flood and already damaged. Ooh, second torpedo. 15%, 12%, this might hit a bit more forward. That causes this area to flood. 12%, 9, 10. Another torpedo hit. 6%. Come on, 4%. Yeah, she's going down. I'm at 79 and 100. I haven't taken any flood in. Yeah, she's gone. And that's just with a 10-year difference in technology. Obviously, it was outnumbered 2 to 1, so it kind of makes up for it. And the early and the mid stage of the game is where technology sort of matters the most. Towards the beginning, middle, and then obviously towards the end, sort of 1930s onwards, the technology kind of is even enough. So you can sort of fight multiple ships. Yeah, so that was just a tiny brief look into Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnoughts. Yeah, so feel free to check the game out. It is coming to Steam at some point, but it's not on Steam at the moment. I know there is Ultimate Admiral. What's it? Ultimate Admiral's Colony or something like that. Anyway, there's another Ultimate Admirals game that is already out, which is basically sort of the American Rebellion, the American Revolution. I know people will get upset if I call it Rebellion. You know, it's Rebellion. But yeah, the American Revolution. But yeah, you can design all sorts of ships. Like, let's just have a look at a light cruiser here. Sort of modern light cruisers with vast superstructures and, you know, like 7-inch triple turrets, and you can do things like historic ships like Scharnhorst, Hood, and all the rest of that. You're able to actually build using the in-game designer, and it's rough. Well, it's a game, so it's not going to be 100% accurate, but the developers know their stuff. They know roughly what some things should weigh. They know roughly how to get ships to do certain things. So you can build historic ships like the Graf Spee, Scharnhorst, Richelieu, all sorts of little bits like that. You can definitely build Hood because they built and displayed Hood, and the tonnage was actually pretty close-ish to what actual Hood was, which is impressive. The people behind the game actually seem to care. They know the history. They like this kind of stuff too, and they're putting effort behind it. So I thought I would. It's something I've been following for a while, so I thought I would throw it out there. So yeah, if you're interested, have a look on Steam. If you just type in Ultimate Admirals Dreadnoughts in Google, and it'll bring up their official webpage, and you can have a look and see, have a play about with yourself. But yeah, you can have up to 100 ships in a single battle. So you can get some pretty intensive fights. Obviously, if you have 100 ships in a battle, do be prepared. It's going to slow down because obviously the game models quite a lot, especially if you're doing it over long distances. But yeah, you can, and obviously expect 100 ships to take a while. But yeah, you can have sort of 50 versus 50, or I've actually done 1940 ships versus 99, sort of 1990, 1890s? 1890. So yeah, I've done that before. That was fun. Took a while, but it was fun. Obviously, there's things like transports. You can't currently control transports or design transports. You used to be able to design transports, but people went a bit silly with them, and I think they took away that ability because when your transports are beating up light cruisers, there's probably a problem there. But yes, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and auf Wiedersehen.